What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? It's another episode of the Gangster Chronicles podcast. It's your boy Big Steel.
Yeah.
When y'all hear that, man, you know some legendary stuff is about to go on, man. Tonight we have a special guest, my boy Ali from the Saint Lunatics. Ali, what's happening with you, baby?
I'm maintaining it. Just getting back. I'm tired, but I'm up. It's 11 o'clock here.
11 o'clock right over there, man. Yeah, you told me, we ain't gonna have you on here too long, but you know how I get when we have them conversations. Like we was on the phone last time, we had a whole bunch of stuff going on, man.
Yeah.
We had a whole bunch of stuff going on, man.
Lonzo on the phone, man, class.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know what, man? Since I got both of y'all here, man, and both of y'all kind of like as unsung heroes. You feel what I'm saying? Eight when I get to talking all that stuff, but you know, Eight done a whole bunch of fly stuff. Yeah. You've done a whole bunch of fly stuff again, man. I don't think a lot of people know, man. You wrote a lot of hit records, bro.
Yeah.
Some really big records, man. Can you give these people a rundown on what you was involved in, man?
As far as writing the Country Grammar album, I wrote the majority of that. You know, like yeah, you can find me in St. Louis. Hey, what they gonna play? Ring all day. That I basically wrote, 90% of that record. Then Nellyville, a lot of that record, but a lot of the concepts would be mine. You know what I'm saying? Like Air Force Ones, that concept. You know what I'm saying? A to tell you how important the concept is, for like a song. You know what I'm saying? Grills is a concept. Mine. Tail Feather. Because it was originally my song. So I was just the one. I used to, like I said before, I used to just like get all the beats and, you know what I'm saying, just take them and go home and do something rough to them. You know what I'm saying? Because if I do something, a little example to them, they'll like them. So I wrote like, you know what I'm saying, like I don't want to, with all the Drake stuff going on and writers, you know what I'm saying? It's, I wrote a lot. I wrote a lot. But he can write too. The man can write. He just can't write as fast as I can. You know what I'm saying? So I was, you know what I'm saying, when the Lunatic album, I wrote all the hooks, majority all the hooks, and pick all the beats. But I was the oldest, so you know what I'm saying. But
you know what though, the whole thing about somebody writing raps and stuff like that, I think it's the thing, man. You trying to make a hit record, and it's a team thing.
Yeah,
that don't mean that this cat can't write or this dude can't write. I think people just, trying to put hit records together, trying to put their best foot forth, and it's a team thing. And I know, like with Eight itself. Eight, you wrote 100% of all your stuff, didn't
you? Yeah.
You never had the luxury of having nobody around you that was really a hook master that could say, hey, let's try this hook right there. You did everything.
Yeah, we kind of kept everything in house, you know what I'm saying? And for the fact that I kind of wrote everything, and I would give verses to Chill, you know what I'm saying, just on the strength. But we was just a 4-man crew. So nobody was, really besides me, because Mike was a DJ. And then once Chill had to go sit down for a minute, it was basically just me, Mike, and Slip. Slip did all the beats, Mike did all the cutting, and I did all the writing. And we didn't pretty much deal with, a lot of outside entities as far as, I never got approached, on the hey, I got a tight song or whatever, not to say I wasn't down to, listen to somebody's, ideas or whatever. But basically, like you said, Ali, concepts is everything, man. If you ain't got a concept, man, you ain't got a song and shit. So coming up with them concepts, man, is valuable. Because then you just got a gang of run-on sentences and a gang of just talking about anything and whatever. So I value that, man, all day.
Yeah, that's true. That I'm thinking about when it boom bam too. When it
right.
Okay, I don't know. That's a tip. I remember all the members.
Right. Yeah. I used to basically write until, niggas started doing their own, projects or whatever. And then, like you said, not to say that motherfuckers couldn't write, but it was just that I was the motherfucker who came up with all the concepts to the songs. So if I just roll them out, then I'm just gonna be like, here, I'm gonna do these 2 verses, you do this verse, and you do this verse. And that really kept us on the same page. You get me?
Yeah, exactly. That was some like Air Force Ones. It was
Exactly.
the concept, like, you know what I'm saying? We do it like this, it's gonna be crazy, it's gonna rock the world, do like this, we're gonna take it. Was actually Murphy Lee verse from Midwest Swing where he said, yeah, by the way I walk, I ain't from around here. He said something like, my Air Force Ones, give me 2 pair. So I even take your rhyme, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
make it a hook. Like, now that should be a hook right there. Remember Murph said this, make that the hook. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, I was doing like, cause like country grammar, like down, down, baby, Yo Street, and that was in the verse. That was in his verse.
Uh-huh. Sometimes you come up with shit like that. You hear the verse and be like, oh no, that should be the hook right there. You take that piece out and make that shit official.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what's funny, man? As fun as that song sounded, man, Country Grammar, y'all talking about doing a drive-by, but made it sound so pretty and nice, and people in their club shaking their ass. And y'all was on there talking about putting in some work.
Yeah, that was a straight up down, down, baby. Yo Street in the Range Rover, street sweeper, cock ready to let it go. You know what I'm saying? But Housewives was jamming to it. The part of me selling it was like, you know, if you say it a certain way, they won't even hear it. Like, and then he did Ride With Me. That was his record right there. He wrote that. If you want to go and take a ride with me, and he said, smoke an L in the back. All the housewives and little cute, you know what I'm saying? White women is singing that. They don't know it's smoking a blunt in the back of the band. They just think it's smoking L. You know what I'm saying? Just that sing songy, and that's what he had. Like, I was like, oh, okay, you got it. When we got to that point, it wasn't no plan. It was like, we got a chance. We from St. Louis, we got a chance. I'm the best writer. He the best go for us, like selling it. You know what I'm saying? Murph, you can tell he young, he coming up, he finna be that. You can just feel it, you know what I'm saying? And then, but you know, your first chance, you can't play. And so then they go diamond. They take you in a whole other space. Like, okay, next album, let's just keep the same format. We nervous now. You don't want to mess with it. You don't want to touch it. Then it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like one song, it could be a jam. I'm thinking the next one easier. No, it got to start over every time. They start you off fresh. You get a little more leeway with the company and with the record, with the radio stations and all that, because you had a hit record, and you can start your beginning could be a little longer. But you know, when you first come out, you need to just kick it off, have a jam. You got to keep on making them. So it was just like a team effort.
And that's what I see, and that's why I say it kind of remind me of Compton's Most Wanted in the way in the Midwest. Aiden was real in-house. They kept the same producer for a long time. He didn't go to a whole bunch of outside producers. Like, you wouldn't go find an MC8 album and find Timbaland did this track and Pharrell did this one and Dre did this one. No, it was the same cast. It was kind of the same thing with the St. Lunatics, you know. You would come in and assist with the thing. Y'all was a group, but y'all played it like a crew. And I like, man, that Nelly kept it 100. You know, he kept y'all around for the whole run of everything.
I mean, we was gone. We was there. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, like the same producer, J.E., making the beats. You know what I'm saying? I was producing. Yeah, by the time it went from, you know, it kind of made the change from like, it started going to Pro Tools and all that. You know what I'm saying? And then for us, like making the beats, it was so many more. Then we had a little white kid, J.E., who I kind of like, make it like this, do it like this, do it like this. He knew how to play the shit. You had to sample it. If I wanted that the first song we had, I wanted that old Sugar Hill. I'm like, sample that. He was like, what about this? And just played it. I'm like, oh, you can go ahead and start making them all the way. I just tell them how I want it. I'm like, I want like this, do it like this. So always make always put some type of melody in there. What kind? Difference. I'm gonna make the song around that melody. Just put it in there. You know what I'm saying? Put some type of melody groove in there. I'm gonna follow that pattern. You can find me, St. Louis. I'm just gonna follow it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So did y'all all come up together?
See, I'm older than them. I'm 51 now, so they was younger than me. You know what I'm saying? They was younger. Like my partners was their little cousins and shit. So when I went to school and came back home, I was signed with Professor Griff when he left Public Enemy. He started the Hard Productions. He was down here in Atlanta. And I was going to Morris Brown, T-Mo Goody from Goody Mob. He was there going to school. Like I said before, we was just in the dorm rooms and everybody was teasing everybody. We was teasing everybody from all my partners from the Bay and LA. We said they talk proper. And then we were saying New York, what up, kid? What up, kid? Everybody's teasing everybody. We laughing, smoking and shit. And then came around Atlanta, we saying they country and all kind of shit. They said me. They said, Ali, you say you country too. You say her, and everybody started saying her, dar, bird, beard. And I was like, I laughed, but I was like, dang, I say her. I say, you know what I'm saying? So when I went back to the crib, it was like, find a group. I got an idea. I seen it. I know how I can do it because back then, around that time, 8 was on fire. You know what I'm saying? It was around that time, 90, 91. So we didn't know. It wasn't no internet. So we could see when we seen you and you had them khakis on and khaki shorts or something, you know, some diggy shorts and some socks pulled up, we knew you was from LA. You know what I'm saying? If you had like the little mink Kango, you know what I'm saying, bebop style, we was like Tennessee. You knew you had the Timberlands on, we knew you was from New York. It was like a difference at the time. Now it's all blurred in together. So back then, we was all learning each other. I know Aiden probably was on the road meeting because 8 played a big part in I got home school. I was a Wu-Tang fan. I was banging, kind of banging, listening to all banging shit, just like 8, Quick, Butter Law. I was heavy on that when I went to school. When I got to school, I went back to start. My roommate put me up, you know, back to De La Soul and shit like that. Just, you know what I'm saying? I knew him, you know what I'm saying, listening to him, shit like that, but I had kind of like drifted off to where once I got heavy and started listening to like Wu-Tang, when I came home, niggas like, I ain't fucking with that. I ain't messing with that. And then it was slowly but surely, like they had a little remix. They had to METHO. It was a different beat, like a West Coast beat, and they started liking it. But then when 8 did Old Dirty Video, that's when everybody was like, oh, hold on. There was a big part of it. I ain't lying. I'm talking about using that video when you in the car You didn't know. You was in Truth. You in.
Yeah, I was in the Shimmy Shimmy remix video. I did a verse. And then I was in the Can It All Be So Simple video.
Slow motion. We seen 8 in the video, and I'm like, what? And everybody was like, damn. So I listened to it. 8 in the video. 8 was in the video. It was just like, it was deep like that, for real. For real. Deep like that. That's an important part of just my whole, because it was just me. I used to be called East Coast Ali. When I came home, I was just listening to different shit. And then when we seen 8 in that video, I was rap. It was easy.
Yeah, and I think from the Midwest, man, we have a tendency to kind of listen to everybody. But West Coast rap was definitely a hit because I think we kind of identified with them a little bit because, you know, they would wear the Dickies and stuff like that. And in Cleveland, they would wear Dickies and T-shirts too, because to me, it was just poor people clothes. To me, that was just you wearing your Pops clothes. You know, Pops might have an old pair of Dickies. That become a new pair of school pants. You feel what I mean? When you ain't got a whole bunch of money in the crib, dog, that's what you wearing. You might have you one pair of nice tennis shoes and them had to last you throughout the whole year. I don't know how your situation was coming up, but I wasn't getting to buy no whole bunch of shoes and stuff. I had to take my shoes off when I came home.
I had a growth spurt. So I started school off in some Levi's that fit. Then, you know, once you washed them anyway, they kind of shrunk up anyway. Then
Definitely.
Yeah, then I grew and my shit was flood and I had to rock my shit like the Beastie Boys for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Just on some cuffs. But nah, that time period, because it literally went East Coast, had they whole shine. It didn't go away, but then once it went to the West Coast, once that, you know, NWA hit, you know what I'm saying? That whole transform over that it was at that time period, 90, 89, 90, 91, because for me to go be like my East Coast, I'm gonna say Rakim, I'm gonna say DOC. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like our Rakim to me. You know what I'm saying? To where it was that time, it was nothing but West Coast.